in terms of Delta, Department of Health had said that we were somehow delayed its entry to the Philippines. How would you assess the Philippine government response when it comes to this Omicron variant? Because as we all know, the Omicron has been around since early November in some, of course, in some African countries. And how would you assess the Philippines' response when in terms of this uh, variant?
Well, I think our response is just adequate, okay, because after the declaration of the WHO that there was Omicron variant and it is a variant of concern, I think 2 to 3 days after, our government already implemented the travel restrictions and the travel ban, especially for countries who are reporting an Omicron variant where there is already community transmission. And second, we follow the protocol in terms of quarantine procedure that everyone coming in from those countries that we are allowed to travel here should be having an RT-PCR 72 hours prior to arrival, and then on the fifth day, they will have again an RT-PCR, and they have to complete the quarantine procedure for 5 days, and then the remaining 9 days will be at home. So for those who are asymptomatic. So I think for me, our response is just adequate because we focus on border control at that point in time.
Okay, right. So, do you have any suggestions on what the government should be doing now that we have detected cases of the Omicron in the country?
Well, for once, the government should again enhance our border control. We need to do more testing. Okay, and one of the important gaps in testing is that uh, when we have individuals or population that are symptomatic at this point in time, testing they may not go for testing because it's expensive. We need to have the testing highly accessible, and it should be free. I think no, it should be free because as of now, the only testing that should be free if you are symptomatic. But what about those that are asymptomatic and close contact of those who are positive? I think there are areas there that why people are not into testing because of the cost of the testing. So very important. The other part there is uh, we need to enhance and strengthen our health facilities. Okay, and we have experienced that before when we have the surge. We need to extend our bed capacities at the expense of low numbers of healthcare workers. So the government should do something in augmenting the healthcare workers aside from enhancing the facilities. So that's the end. That's the part where we badly need the support of the government, especially the support of the government for the private hospitals and for the government hospitals, especially now that there are possible scenarios that some private hospitals will disengage with field health. No, and when you disengage with field health, if we will have more cases of COVID-19, I don't think the government facilities can address this. We need also the private hospitals to help us, and this is where that if a patient will be admitted and there will be no field health, he will be spending his own money to be admitted in a private hospital.